And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym in the Crypto episode 611. Today, that's what I haven't been doing every day, the date. Today is November 19th, Thursday, November 19th, and I'm King.
I'm BiTcOin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish. And now it is 10ish Eastern time.
AM, 10ish AM Eastern time. That is right. In today's top stories, Visa expands fast track program to enable next generation of fintechs to rebuild the global economy. Deutsche Bank says investors increasingly prefer Bitcoin over gold as inflation hedge. Binance sues Forbes for defamation over Tai Chi document leak. Attack of the Vampires, Uniswap loses 57%. TBL as rival up rewards. And last but not least, Arizona State University adopts blockchain-based app to track COVID-19. Wow. But first and foremost, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So Bitcoin is sitting at 18,000 officially, 18,095, up 3%. Ethereum at $477 is up 2% today. Ripple at 29 cents is up 4.6%. Chainlink at 1370 is up 5%. Litecoin, about to hit that $80 mark at $79.39, is up 13%, the big winner for today. And last but not least, EOS at 266 is up 3.86%. So we're seeing a sea of green, couple of red, but again, we're in a bull market. Pretty much everything that can be traded in crypto is being traded right now, and Bitcoin is the early catalyst. As soon as we get a real pushback, not a baby dip that lasts 6 hours, we get a real dip maybe at the end of the month, because the end of the month is always notorious for a dip. Then you'll start to see that money flow into a lot of alts, and you'll see maybe some of the smaller ones get 50, 100% daily return. So yeah, we're looking at a bull market, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. We will have some big pullbacks, though, I believe.
It is going to be interesting what we see come toward Thanksgiving, because like you said, toward the end of the month already we have the pullback, but toward that holiday you have this slight build up and then pull back right after and during as well. So I know that's what happened the last 2 or 3 years. It'll be interesting to see how that goes down this year.
I call this the Black Friday pump. This happened last bull run, where you had a lot of people that had Bitcoin were selling right before Black Friday. So next week, close to the end of the month, you'll see people selling. But if it doesn't affect it, then we really know institutions are the ones really pushing this bull run.
And that's what I was gonna say right now. The fact that the price is still pretty steadily been at like 17.5, 18.2, that is a really good sign, to go sideways at that point, at that price point.
Oh yeah.
All right. Visa is in the news as they expand their fast track program to enable next generation of fintechs to rebuild the global economy. What is going over with Visa?
Oh yeah, so Visa finally joined the party back in April by saying they would allow crypto companies into their fast track program, which enables them to partner with Visa and use their products such as their Visa card on their platform. Recent examples include PayPal, Stripe, Venmo, Finex, a few other ones, Affirm as well. However, this new fast track program class is mostly crypto companies, which is good to see. Shout out to the companies that were accepted, including uh, Zap, which is used for Lightning payments, Fold app, which is used for Bitcoin gift cards as well as returns on purchases, eToro, Crypto.com, BlockFi, Turnio.io. These are all digital currency networks, and they will be connected to over 61 million merchants, meaning anywhere that Visa is accepted, you can use any of these actual digital currency platforms to purchase goods. So this is great for the business we're building as the price is going up. Most people don't realize this, but I'm pretty sure Visa had this news sitting in the pocket, ready until the price started going up. And then once it does, all of this flood of good news comes. So shout out to Visa for sticking with it. We said this before. We've I don't know, maybe 3 years, 2 years ago, we were saying how Visa has no choice but to at some point enter the crypto market, and this looks like it's it.
And it's interesting here how they even called everything now digital wallets, or they're starting to make digital wallets a more normalized word, right? That's one of the new buzzwords we're seeing, but we're seeing that in a Visa article now. So that's saying a lot to me.
Oh yeah, yeah, and still no Ripple. That's the funny thing. All this,
Bang, bang. Thought we forgot
bang,
about you.
bang.
Thought we
All of
forgot
this.
to go. Hey, Heat, I gotta go handle this business before I get out of town. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. All right. Deutsche Bank says investors increasingly prefer Bitcoin over gold as inflation hedge. I mean, surprise, surprise there, coming off the heels of that Visa story. It's the same thing we've been talking about. But it looks like Bitcoin's appeal as an alternative store of value asset is strengthening, according to analysts at Germany-based investment firm bank Deutsche Bank. Quote, there seems to be an increasing demand to use Bitcoin where gold used to be used to hedge dollar risk, inflation, and other things. Jim Reed, managing director, head of global fundamental credit strategy, said, according to Zero Hedge. I love how they're like, there seems to be some sort of displacement among gold and Bitcoin. Like, they're still playing the game. I love it. We're still playing the game, huh?
Yeah, and it's gold is a shiny rock, and it's really hard to compare it to something as complex as Bitcoin, but at the same time as simple as Bitcoin, because it can get really complex. But a kid can use Bitcoin. Imagine a kid trying to buy gold. You can't. You're not 18 yet, so it's. I mean, that's one barrier right there. But this year, Bitcoin has gained 144%. Gold is up 22%. So both assets have benefited, but if you are a financial manager and somebody looks at you and says, "Okay, we are making money with gold, but why is my 17-year-old kid making 140%? Is he a better money manager than you?" That is sort of the back and forth families will start having when they start discussing the older generation with gold, younger generation with Bitcoin. There really is no comparison. They have different use cases, and I think that in the U.S gold is only pushed so much because it's owned by so many banks. They have to make sure that gold stays stable and goes up. Bitcoin is not, but it is global and it has a way bigger reach than I think. So, yeah, Deutsche Bank has hit the nail on the head. Every bank now, Citibank is bullish. Deutsche Bank saying Bitcoin over gold. Everybody is joining us now. Looks like we're close to winning the war.
That's right. And of course, I forgot to give some shout outs today. What's going on, Jamal J, Tommy Brown, PFC Wills. Look, track Jamal J. Oh, from New York. What's been going on, Jamal? Still waiting to see that video, man. Talk to us. Rap 300. Yeah, it's a Ripple and Visa. PFC Wills, shots. I feel like this new adoption from mainstream channels is a double-edged sword.
You know it.
Listen,
You know it.
I
know
am
it too.
in Hollywood. I see the castings. This is what I can say.
Yeah.
Yes, it is like regular companies literally just casting people and giving them scripts about what to say for crypto. So just anybody on the street look good, they like, boom, here's a teleprompter, you know, say these words, we'll tell you how to say it, and read our crypto news for us. So it's definitely happening. That's a good thing though. This is what we want, the proliferation, mass adoption. These are things that it takes to get there. Too Rich to Miss said, the SEC chairman just called Bitcoin a store of value as well. Oh, of course they did. They want to call it security, a secure store of value. They're like, can we get that money off it? What's up, Clarence Dennison? I'm late, but we millionaire status. Hilarious.
We on the way.
Almost. Binance sues Forbes for defamation over Tai Chi document leak. Oh, man. What is going on here? No games are being played.
Oh, man. So the suit, which is filed in U.S. District Court in New Jersey, claims Forbes and two writers, Michael Del Castillo and Jason Brett. Jason actually wrote my Forbes article. They harmed Binance by publishing a story that contains numerous false, misleading, and defamatory statements. In the suit, Binance denies a laundry list of allegations and refuted the veracity of the Tai Chi documents at its core. They asked them to take down the article and pay punitive damages, which will be determined at trial. Basically, the article was describing how CZ, the CEO of Binance, may have took some extra liberties to skirt regulations, and because of that, he's basically saying, "Hey, I'm going straight and narrow." And again, it says here they tend to fight their battles with public opinion. So if you have a bunch of people who are like, "Oh man, forget the mainstream media. I like Binance." That's sort of how they're trying to win this battle, but they still have to go to court. And I'll try to contact Jason to see what he's saying about this because it could be some more inside information. But this story basically shed them in a bad light. CZ doesn't like it, and it could implicate them that hey, they're not doing everything on the up and up, and then here come understand CZ's stance on that.
Yeah, from CZ's point of view, this is the old schoolyard beating, but just with lawyers. They're like, all right, this is what you out here, you running your mouth about my name. You got my name in your mouth. What's going on here? Lawyer, we got to lawyer up and take care of this problem, essentially. No, it's seriously, it's crazy to see that. Hopefully, that hasn't been going on. But yeah, I mean, if Binance is right and they're saying we haven't done anything wrong, there's no foul play, then of course they're going to go after them. And I think it's funny to actually see this, though, in the crypto space, especially when you look at Twitter and you see how much accusations get thrown around, fingers get pointed, people calling each other out, companies calling each other out, and you never really see that go to this level. So again, this is different, though. This is one of these mainstream publications, like you said. And yeah, they're not taking it lightly at all.
Yeah, and I think the story itself, looking through the story here, the Tai Chi entity that they're describing, basically they said that they would funnel revenue to Binance using a web of corporations without exposing its parent to the financial regulator's microscope. They used a web of strategic virtual private networks, and supposedly were trying to skirt around the financial crimes and enforcement network in order to push money onto the Binance exchange. So we have seen hackers, they push their stuff to the Binance exchange. We've seen people get their their wallets or money stolen, and then somebody tries to sell it on Binance. So I'm sure they have the lawyers in place to deal with regulations. And if there is something going on with the Tai Chi entity, then I guess we'll find out in court, because I'm pretty sure CZ has that locked down pretty tight. Would not be surprised if they did have money getting funneled to Binance. But that's neither my problem.
I feel like for every crypto exchange,
yeah, I was about to say. I mean, I'm almost 100% sure every exchange running, there was somebody with a big bag of cash that helped start it off, or at least help funnel something to get it going.
Just like every bank out there. Look, the bottom line is no one I won't say no one. There are people, there are places that are not turning down bags of money. How about that, right? I think that's fair to say. There's many companies and organizations, especially in the finance industry, that are not turning down bags of money. So I get it. I'm over here laughing at the comment section right now. Let's see. LeGreg V. Mitch said we all can agree Ripple has a great use case. Clarence said, of course, Mitch, as a stable coin. Folks will agree, no doubt. Stable until it's not. Our words are hilarious. Let's see. We also got PLC Wales said, did you see the story about Trump appointing a former executive from Coinbase? Is that the one we already covered yesterday with the OCC, or is that a different one?
I believe it's a different one, but Trump appointed an exec from Coinbase while he's on the way out. That's okay. I guess he'll still be around, but that's weird.
Pushing buttons. Yeah. Let's see. Clarence said, who wants to give me their Uniswap? Speaking of Uniswap, way to segue it in, Clarence. I appreciate that. Attack of the Vampires. Uniswap loses 57% TVL as rivals up rewards. That is right. Rival decentralized exchanges are upping their liquidity mining rewards to attract Uniswap's former liquidity providers, leading to SushiSwap's TVL tripling in 1 week. There's a lot of madness going on here. Numbers are going up, down, left, and right. What is happening with Uniswap? I thought this was like the unicorn, the darling, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing they're losing a record number of capital. What's happening?
Oh, yeah. So what Uniswap took advantage of was first to market. They were the first to have a decentralized exchange with pretty much every DeFi coin available. Their TVL, or their total value lock, plummeted more than 1 billion in 24 hours since posting their record high of 3 billion. They have actually crashed down to $1.3 billion. And what is happening is that these exchanges, SushiSwap, 1inch, Bancor, what they're doing is offering liquidity providers, meaning big money people who provide liquidity to the exchange so that they can process withdrawals, buys, sales, and on the back end they get a percentage of the fee. What they're basically saying is, hey, we'll give you more money than Uniswap. Incentive. So they give you incentive to leave, they're leaving, and then you'll see a lot of that liquidity leaving. However, SushiSwap's TVL has rocketed 160% since November 17th, from 407 million to 1.05 billion. That's 313% in 1 week, people. So SushiSwap is taking off because of the liquidity. And of course, we have yield farming. We have a lot of different things going on these exchanges. In my opinion, most people who are jumping in now, if you just kind of buy stuff and sit on it for a couple years, you'll be great. But if you try and trade day in day out, you're gonna get dumped on. So a lot of this is just quick money, and DeFi has a long way to go. But these are the exchange battles that we saw early on, and now we're seeing it with DeFi. They'll have the same battles as before.
Nice. One thing I want to point out here too is crazy. You're seeing this Bitcoin ticker flash, folks. It was just at like 18,200 almost, but 1.73% is $307. So that's what we mean by, as the number grows bigger, that percentage grows smaller. What it actually takes to move that ticker. So it's crazy to actually see that happening in real time.
Yeah,
1% right here. 1.69% is $300. Yep. That is crazy. All right, last but not least, Arizona State University adopts blockchain-based app to track COVID-19. What? Give them a hand clap for the try, at least worthy attempt.
Yeah, let's try something.
Right, what's going on here?
So the New York Times did a survey. They said over 252,000 cases have been confirmed across 1,600 colleges nationwide, and the spread of infection, they said it was at best incompetent, at worst cynical and exploitive, just to get students in there to get money. However, at Arizona State, they were one of the hardest hit colleges with 2,500 cases reported. And it's worth noting that ASU is one of the largest public universities in the U.S., so they definitely needed a solution to this problem. And 74,500 on-site students, 12,400 employees. Yeah, you definitely need something to keep COVID out of Arizona State. They're using a testing and health status app called Health Check, designed by Safe Health Systems, and they're a partner of Mayo Clinic. So again, when we say blockchain projects, we're not saying decentralized. We're just saying they're using blockchain technology to keep health data private and to also keep a tamper-proof way of keeping people's tests. Because, of course, we have seen a lot of people discuss how, people can manipulate COVID numbers, manipulate COVID itself. We've talked about or heard people talk about comorbidities, where COVID isn't really killing people, it's other pre-existing conditions. All of that stuff aside, you can't have a bunch of students show up to school, get COVID, and not do anything about it. So shout out to them for creating the health check. And we'll see if it actually decreases the number of COVID cases and actually helps them move forward. But this is crazy. I mean, Arizona State is one of the party capital
Listen,
colleges in the world. Hey, COVID was inevitable. As soon as you let these students back in, what do you think they're going to stay at home? Or if I was 19,
let's not play like COVID's the only thing getting passed around there.
Hey, man, it's a lot being passed around, bro. Colleges are filthy.
Listen, Arizona State, San Diego, the city, not just the college. All right. NC State, I wouldn't be surprised they open our school back up. It's a good time to keep rolling. Look, we know where the party schools are at, people. So, and the administration also known that just opening that school back up wasn't going to be the smartest move. And we're seeing that now. But again, at least they're being proactive about it as far as finding solutions using blockchain technology. Who knows, an entire business or industry might be made from it. But yeah, let's not play it like it just crept up on the ASU campus out the blue and started sneaking kids. It's like, all right. I'm sure it was at that house party on a Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, that was inevitable. Anytime they open colleges, that was gonna happen.
Yeah, of course. But they tried it, right? They tried it. It didn't work out. Here we are. Other than that, that is all we have for the day. Do you have anything left?
Nothing today. Last night we had the DeFi conference. Went great. Decentralized philanthropy with BitGive. Make sure you check out BitGive. Also, BitcoinandBlackAmerica.com. Pre-sale still going on. Shipping after Thanksgiving.
All right. That's it for today. We will see you all tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern-ish. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Later. Cheers. That was a terrible exit, wasn't it? Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.